Hi, my name is Lawrence. I lead sales, marketing, and branding here at NeuralSeek. Today, I'll be doing our standard demo that we share clients and really emphasize two parts. One is our ability to govern, guardrail, and deploy LLMs responsibly. And the second half is all about now that you can trust the LLM output, being able to make true agentic AI and do multiple agents working on a workflow together. So I'm actually going to start today with where most businesses are. They have a license of Copilot and they're trying to figure out how to use this technology in their business. I'm an ex-IBMer myself, and when I was at IBM, I sold this product data stage. Now, if I'm a business user and I want to learn more about a product before a new version upgrade, maybe I go to my internal Copilot and ask it a normal question like this about version 16 and the new FixPack 1. The answer looks fantastic. There's even some links here. Everything looks great, except one big problem. This is all a hallucination. Version 16 definitely does not exist. Data stages up to version 11.7, and FixPack 1 certainly does not exist. So while this might seem like a non-high risk instance of a hallucination, this for something more critical, like an assistant for nurses for diagnosing patients, this could be catastrophic. So how does NeuralSeek solve this? Well, here's an instance that I actually have trained on IBM data stage and IBM products in general. And then I, for fun, created a front end that looks very similar to Copilot, except one big difference. It has NeuralSeek as the governance layer behind it. You can see that the output got a score of 20% and it triggered a guardrail. And what was shown to the user was something very different. It says, I do not have any information about IBM data stage version 16 FixPack 1. We'll drill behind this in one moment. Another thing to point is we have prompt injection probability guardrails as well as PII detection, which would stop the output as well. We categorize all interactions with the LLM, and then we also provide a detailed semantic analysis. You can see that the answer that the LLM wanted to originally provide jumped between many source articles. Also, the answer did not have the search term version 16 FixPack 1 backed by a reference to source documentation. You saw that it jumped pretty comprehensively, scrambling in a sense to find an answer. Now, let's go behind the scenes and see how NeuralSeek stopped this from happening. You can see that same output that was shown to the user. However, we're not in the business of making LLMs. We are the guardrail and governance around it. And our LLM wanted to hallucinate just as much as Microsoft Copilots did. You see, it provided a nice answer, highlighting that version 16 Fixpack 1 is a highly scalable data integration tool. But this color Christmas tree lighting up of this answer indicates that it was scrambling across many different source documentation. Each one of these colors represents a link back to a IBM product website landing page that's powering the answers coming from this LLM. If we go back up here, we'll notice there's other data metrics coming off of our NeuralSeek as well. You can see that there's a semantic match score that was shown, that semantic analysis, the prompt injection probability, knowledge-based confidence, knowledge-based coverage, knowledge-based response time, category selection time, prompt injection time, scoring time. It goes on and on and on. Now, the next part of the platform that I want to show you is where do we put all this data? You as a business want to be able to see over time how your LLMs are performing. What's the average semantics confidence score? What's the average question resolution? Prompt injection over time, hate abuse profanity, questions containing PII. You then want to drill into, okay, that semantic confidence score. Let's really understand what is going on. What are my top hallucinated terms? You can see I do this demo fairly often. Now, another use is document insights. Understanding what parts of your documents are the most leveraged for these LLM outputs has a downstream benefit for your business of keeping only the reference parts of your business up to date. We have a client that has 5 individuals supporting an Ask IT use case that is powered by 5,000 documents. They are surely checking this platform often to see what are their most referenced documentation to update those first. If we go to our intent insights, everything is categorized. You as a business will know what type of problems your agents are dealing with and what's their confidence score while dealing with those type of inputs. Over time, you can provide routing and confidence thresholds as well. You can go over to your token insights and see your costs over time. As these LLMs, the brokers, start charging more and more for a token, this will become a bigger and bigger industry problem. These peaks and valleys are able to drill in and see exactly what's going on for this agent stack in your business. Now, if we go to our audit logs, our clients, especially in the highly regulated industries, especially those affected by the recent Colorado Act, are incredibly excited about our logging abilities. This is in perpetuity where you can go back in time and go replay an interaction that happened. One of our clients was having a go live and they thought the AI was hallucinating. The problem with it was it actually wasn't hallucinating. It was referencing a source link on their website that was unreachable, but it was still providing information for their LLM. The business owner quickly went off camera, all flustered. I'm sure she yelled at their web development team to take down that dead link. Now, if we go over to our configuration tab, you'll see that for this instance, for these IBM answers, we have extensive routing. So each of these different agents are providing their own expertise. Each will be powered by the LLM that the business chooses, or they can decide to have all of them powered by the same LLM. As a business, the other important thing that we're seeing as these agents scale up is the ability to have different knowledge bases for different agents. You want to have subject matter expertise. So for this example, for each of these different product sets, we have a different knowledge base, and then we also have different guardrails for each of them. Our guardrails include that semantic scoring that I showed, which you have the ability of the business to tune to make it strict or lenient. Also, it has prompt injection, PII detectors. We have built out ones, which you can flag, mask, hide, delete, so it never even hits your LLM. You could add more easily. And you could also add LLM-based PII filtering for categories like violence, profanity detection on top of the standard out of the box that the LLMs provide, attribution protection. You want these LLMs to be always positive about your business, not showing any negativity that would be spun into a TikTok or some marketing snafu. We have warning confidence. So you can show the LLM output, but let the user know that it's scoring poorly, giving them the ability as the human in the loop to determine whether or not to use the information being shown to them. There's a minimum confidence threshold blocker that you saw in action. That could be a static message, or it could be kicking off another agent to step in and investigate further. We have a minimum text, making sure that people aren't just sending one word inputs into your agents. And the other output is we can protect your business from a cost standpoint so that they're the maximum length limited. The second part of this demo that I want to show is how do we put this into action and make true complex agentic AI? If we go over here to this tab, you'll see that I'm now in our Maestro builder. And I have preloaded a prompt that might be relevant for any business, is go to Fox News and MSNBC and summarize for an executive. When I hit generate, we have a collection of over 250 drag and drop nodes, including 100 plus integrations to different databases, knowledge bases, what have you, business applications. You can see here that we're doing a simple workflow of going to Fox News and summarizing the data and then bringing it all back and sending it to an LLM. I gave it a simple one sentence, and then this did some prompt engineering as well. Now, this is so easy to switch to another LLM. I could switch and rerun this with Nova Lite, instantly giving your business the ability to let the LLMs stomp all over each other to become faster and stronger. And then once a new LLM comes available, you plug in your credentials and you can power all of your agents in your stack. To show a business application of this, I want to talk about a recent thing that we're working on with a client. So the FFIEC is a standardized documentation that FSS clients submit to regulators every year. Now, every bank has to submit the same formatted form. And then part of their annual review is they compare their inputs versus peer banks that are similar size and similar functioning institutions. So doing this peer-to-peer analysis is incredibly tedious. As an analyst, your role is literally to go look at line item by line item and see, we provided this amount and they provided X amount. What does that mean for our business? So to support this use case, we created a workflow here that does comprehensive data uploading and scraping of each of these PDF inputs. It then sends it first to an LLM to extract out of it a cleanly formatted CSV. And then from that CSV, we send that to an LLM. And as a professional accountant and market analyzer, provide analysis. And then here's the resulting front end that the client is able to deliver to a client downstream. And they can say, here we go. We did some peer-to-peer analysis. Here's the executive summary. They can either touch this up or send it on its way to their boss. Another business application is for data visualization. So we have here a series of agents that are doing extensive data analysis on a queryable database. We have this connected to a basic CSV, but you can connect this to Snowflake, to what have you, PostgreSQL. The first step it does is it does a query pull against your data. And then it takes that data and then goes, how best should I approach this? And it provides a summary. And then it approaches it again from a graphical analysis perspective, be like, how best do I visualize this? All by simply inputting your natural language. Thank you for your time. If you want to do a more comprehensive custom demo, please reach out to us.